Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Massive Phenomenon 5 Witches' Sabbath or the Great He-Goat. In a Witches' Sabbath or the Great He-Goat, a large figure of a black cloaked goat sits in the foreground, bleeding something unknown to a Sabbath of witches. The billy goat is thought to represent Satan himself. A small figure in white sits apart from the rest, leading many to consider the scene as the initiation of a new witch to the coven. Some viewers are surprised to learn that the witch's Sabbath is not meant to be taken literally. Instead, the sinister supernatural scene serves as a satirical criticism of what Goya saw as the ugly and dark side of the human condition and the depravity of post-Napoleonic War society that surrounded him. Others say it is a critique of the church, whose control was steadily increasing in the years that Goya lived at Quinta del Sordo. 4. Two old ones eating soup. Two old ones eating soup, also known as two witches. The witchy brew, or even two old men eating, is the smallest of the paintings and was the most well preserved. It reportedly resided on the ground floor of Goya's villa. In the artwork, Goya sat two gruesome-looking figures at a table eating. The subject on the right appears to have a skull for a head, which has led many viewers to associate the scene with death. Despite his current state of decomposition, the skeleton figure is still eating like crazy, trying to get all he can. Some scholars believe that the imagery translates as a kind of joke about greed or glutton. Look at the expressions on the faces in these paintings, urges Manuela Mena, the former deputy director for conservation and research at the Prado Museum, how each is a different personality. They're not real, they're caricatures, but they show Goya's deep interest in human beings, in what we do and why. He was almost like a writer in a way, learning the worst about people and laughing about it in his work. 3. Saturn devouring one of his sons, or Saturn devouring his son. Goya's Saturn devouring his son, or Saturn devouring one of his sons, depicts the Roman god Saturn cannibalizing his son. Saturn, the god of agriculture, time, and other traits, was originally the great titan Kronos. As the myth goes, Kronos feared a prophecy that he would be overthrown by his own son, so he swallowed each of his children as they were born. His wife Rhea managed to save the youngest Zeus by hiding him away on the island of Crete and fed Kronos a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes. In the artwork, Saturn sits on one knee while tightly clasping onto the dead body of one of his children with both hands. With his mouth wide open, he readies to chew off the next part of the child's arm. Saturn's eyes are bulging and wild in their gaze, a detail that some have taken to represent shock at his own monstrousness. Scholars have often wondered if the harrowing scene is a metaphor for the devouring nature of life in all its facets and death in all its gore. Other interpretations suggest that Saturn devouring his son is a possible symbol of the darkness Goya witnessed and experienced in his life. J. Scott Morgan's article, The Mystery of Goya's Saturn, in the New England Review attributed the scene to the traumatic loss of his own children. Goya and his wife, Josefa Bayo, had 8 children but tragically lost 7 either in their early childhood or through miscarriage. A sketch of a similar scene created in 1797 suggests Goya was already considering the idea for a few years before bringing it to life in the dark painting. Number 2. Conflicting theories regarding the dark paintings. Goya's mysterious and symbolically charged dark paintings have been studied so much since their discovery that they almost reached a point of over-analysis. Many believe the works speak to the artist's mindset, claiming he was crazy, melancholic, pessimistic when he made them. Others argue that he was an optimist with a great sense of humor and a rational and clear thinker up until the end of his life. Some even claim that the dark paintings were not actually painted by Goya at all, suggesting that they were created by his son Javier or grandson Mariano to make extra money off the sale of the villa. It has also been said that they might be the work of another artist, namely Juan Jose Junquera or Nigel Glendinning. However, most experts have disputed the possibility that someone else painted the dark paintings, asserting that Goya's hand is there. 1. Other works and further discussion. Other works in Goya's dark paintings include Asmodea or A Fantastic Vision, Fight with Cudgels or The Strangers, Judith and Hall of Fairness, Leliocadia, men reading the procession of the Holy Office, a pilgrimage to San Isidro, and women laughing. The series offers a full range of heightened emotional states like anguish, loneliness, gloom, and some smiles and laughter here and there. But even these appear hair-raising at times. All 14 paintings are on display in the Museo Nacional del Prado in Madrid, along with some of the other artists' other works, as part of a permanent collection. The paintings are also available for viewing on the museum's website. More information on Goya's dark paintings can be found on YouTube, with recommended videos posted by Ken Osgar and Blind Dueler. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.